Hello guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So this is a requested video on how to make this um two layered dress. So here I have 2 yards of fabric. This must be, like I said, it must be a very stretchy fabric. It should be a 4-way stretchy fabric, or even if it's just a one-way stretchy fabric, 2-way stretchy fabric, please make sure you use the stretchy part because this dress has no zipper. So let's get into it. I have 2 yards. It may not be enough, but just try to manage it. So I'm going to open it up. I'll be cutting it directly on the fabric, so there's no point cutting it on a pattern paper. Just a simple flared dress. So this is my fabric. I'll open it up, check for the parts that stretches. So this is the part that stretches. This part stretches also. So what I'm going to do, it's a flare. We are going to be folding it in a bias form, but there's a way I like cutting my flare. There's a way I like cutting my flare. So I'll open it up like this. So this is open. I like cutting my flare like into, instead of dividing my waist by 4, I'll divide it by 8. Like my waist is 32 now. 32 divided by 8 is 4. So my radius is going to be 4. So I'm going to fold my fabric into 4 instead of into 2. Just like this. I'll open my fabric. Just watch the way I'm going to do it. I'll open my fabric now. Fold it like this. I'll double fold it this way. So I'll fold it this way. I'll fold it this way. Then fold it this way again. Then fold it like this in a bias form. Do you see what I'm doing? So instead of you to just fold it straight like this will give you. So instead of you to just fold it like this, I like to double mine. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it up like this. Fold it. First fold is going to come like this. So look at the opening, the side that has opening. So I'm going to fold it this way now. So once I'm done folding it this way, once I have what I want, so I'm going to fold it like this again in a bias form. So I now have like 1, 2, 3. If you slit this open, it will give you 4. So I have 4 folds instead of 2 folds. So that's why I'm going to divide it by 8 instead of 4. So this is what I have. The length of, you have 2 layers. So my first layer, you cut the shorter layer first before you cut the longer layer. So I'll place it like this for you guys to see. So I will check if what I have will give me, the length that I have here. So maybe the round, I'll just, this is stretchy, so I'm not going to add any allowance. Instead, I'll even reduce from the waist. So instead of marking 8 inches, 4 inches radius, I might just end up marking 3.5, so that I will snatch my waist. So from here, I'll come down by 4, whatever will give me 3.5. So here, I'll come down by 4 inches. So I'll take 4 inches round just to get my radius. I'll place 4 like this and be marking it round. I'll just mark 4 round just to get 3.5. After marking it, I'll measure it this way. Once I have 3.5, that is good to go. So I have 3.5. Let me place it very well and measure. So I have 3.5 instead of 4. I removed ½ inch. So once I open it up, the radius I'm going to have, instead of 16, I'm going to have maybe 15.5 when I open it up. So for the black dress, the first layer is 16 inches. It came out very short. I wouldn't want it to be that short again. So the first layer now, I'll make it 18 inches. So this one will not give me 18 inches. I'll just adjust it and start all over again. So once you have your radius, we are going to mark out the length. The first length that I used plus folding for the black dress was 16 inches. Here, I want it longer. So from this radius part now, I'm going to mark 18 inches. This length depends on what you want. I will mark 17.5. I'll just use ½ inch to fold it. So you can just play around with whichever length you want. So I'm using 17.5. So I'm going to mark 17.5 round. You see the way I'm placing my tape? So I'll place my tape from that radius and I'll be taking it around until I get 17.5. If you want the same length as the black dress, then just go in. This first line should be 16 inches. But if you want to adjust the line a bit, the length a bit, then you should adjust it to your desired length. So I'm using 17.5 instead of 16 inches. I added extra 1.5 inches, okay? So I'll try and use ½ inch or 1 inch to fold it. So this is what I have. I've taken it round. I've taken the 17.5 inches round and I have a nice circle here. So I'll make sure, I'll check the other side to know, make sure that I have the same measurements. I have 17.5 here. Everything is 17.5. So I'll straighten it very well to cut it out. and make sure that I'm cutting everything out equally and there's no extra fabric. So I'm going to cut it out this way. So this is it. I'm going to cut out this part. So you don't need to open it up, but I'll just open it up a bit to make sure that this side is equal. If it's not equal, I'll trim it. So I'll trim it any extra. This is after dividing it by 8. If you're using a stretchy fabric, I might even, maybe when joining it, I'll still use half inch to join it. So this is equal now. You fold it back because we are going to use this now. So I'm not cutting the front part. The next thing to do again after cutting, because the one you just cut is the front, just the front. So the next thing is that you will do again after that is to fold the fabric again. Fold it exactly the same. Fold it exactly the same. Make sure it's equal, that everything is equal, that it aligns very well. So I've placed it now to cut the back. Make sure that everything aligns very well, the waist, the length, and everything. So once you have it, you're going to cut out because the back is going to have joining. It's going to have joining. You just cut maybe half inch. Just measure 1/2 inch, just like as if you are bringing out a zipper allowance, just half inch. So I'm going to cut this. So sorry, I'll start from here. I'll start from here. So I'll cut the waist. This is the waist. Once I cut the waist, I'm going to add the half inch allowance I talked about for the back joining. So this is the half inch. This is the back joining, just like a zipper allowance. You should just call it a zipper allowance. I will notch it. Then I'll cut it out. So I'll just cut that off camera. Then still unfold. You're not going to leave it, just one of this. Then you use it and cut the longer one. I'll just cut it and show you. I'll check the length. So I'm checking because I have some dents there, but it's not bad. So this is the back. The second layer, I'll cut the back first. You know that the back of the first layer has something like a zipper allowance, so I'll still create something. So I'll take my chalk and get the length I want. So from the waist of this one now, I'll measure the length I want. This one is 17.5. So I want the second one to be like, after folding, I'll have like, okay, I'll make this one 21.5. I'll make it 21.5. So I'll take it around 21.5. I'll take it around. So this is 21.5. I'll measure it very well to make sure that I have 21.5. That's what I have here. So remember that I'm going to add half inch because this is the back. So I'm going to cut this out. So you just take it and remove the half inch and take it and cut exactly the same thing for the front of the second layer. Then we'll cut the upper parts. So I added that half inch again. So I'm going to turn it this way and cut the waist. Then I'm going to separate it. So this is what I have for the second one. Kind of all this excess. So I'll just notch anywhere that will fit will be the allowance. So this is what I have. This is the second one. So when you join the back, you're going to join the sides. So I'll cut the front. Down part is ready. I'm going to be cutting the upper part. So you need at least 3 yards for this tie. I'm going to fold this to know if it's going to give me my. So it has a band. The upper part has a band, and yeah. So I'm going to get my half length. mark the starting line. So I'm going to rule out my starting line. So what I'll do now is to get my underbust, which is 15. I'm going to add half inch for joining because it's going to have joining. So I'm going to mark 15 and half. I'm marking 15 and half. This is 15 and half. The next thing is to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2. I'll go down by 1 inch. Then get my chest line, which is 8 inches. So this is my chest line. So I'll bring down my shoulder line just to get a straight line here. Just your normal, the way you cut your normal for this. So I'll connect all those and get the middle of my armhole, which is 4. I'll come in by half inch for my front armhole. Then I'll connect. Measurement. You know, in my waist, I snatched it by half inch, but I feel I snatched it up with almost 1 inch. So my bust, I don't normally snatch my bust because you don't need to snatch your bust, just your waist. So I don't normally snatch, so I'll use my full bust measurements. My bust is 39, so I'll just impute 39. Then I'll connect. I might even add a little allowance because I don't like my bust part being too tight. So this is it. So the waist, my waist here, I've measured it. I have 17.6, 14.6 as my weight instead of 15. That's how much I snatched it. So that 14.6 divided by 2. Whatever I have will be my waist measurement. So here I'm going to measure 7.25. My waist will be 7.25. I'm just going to connect it. So this is what I have. Just add a little inch to the waist, to the bust part, a little to the waist also. So this is what I have for this. I'm going to get a straight line here. So for the neck width, I'm using 3.5. I don't want it to be too wide. You can use up to 4. So I'm using 3.5. The depth, I'll use 5 inches depth for the front. The back is just 1 inch. So I'll connect the back. Then I'll connect, it's a V placket, or what is it called? Yeah. So it's going to come in a V form. So this way. So this is the front neckline. So this is what I have here. I'm going to cut it out. So I'm not going to cut the front armhole. I'll just cut the back armhole. I'll do my shoulder slope. I'll cut my shoulder slope. I'll cut the back neckline. So I will place this to cut exactly what I have here. But you are going to remember that those parts have half inch here allowance for the joining of the back. So I'm just going to add half inch allowance, just like you want to bring out your zipper allowance. So that is it. So once you are done cutting the back neckline, you cut your front neckline. So I'll do all that off the camera. Cutting the back, now we are going to cut the front neckline and the armhole. So remember that I said 5 inches. I'm going to make it 9 inches for the front neckline, or 8 inches. So I'll measure 8 inches instead of 9 inches. Like the depth is 8 inches or 9 inches. So I'll connect my V very well. So that is it. I'm going to cut it out. So that is just it. I'll cut the front armhole. So the next thing to cut now is the sleeve and the band. It has a band. Remember that this is just your under bust. So I'll cut another 2. My half length is 17 inches. So 15 inches for my under bust plus 2 inches that will make it half length is what I'm going to be cutting. 2 inches here. That will serve as the full length. I'll check the part that stretches very well. So this is the part. So Remember, you use your waist measurement. So you're going to add half inch for the joining. So instead of 2 inches, I'm going to cut 2.5. I'm going to use quarter inch to join in. So my waist is 7.75. I'm going to, that is my waist length on fold for the front. So the length is 7.75. So the next thing I'm going to do after this is to mark 2.5 inches. This way. I mark 2.5 inches. That's the length. Or you can mark 3 inches. So let me do 2.75. I'm just going to use a little thing to join it. So 2.75. It's not up to 3 inches. 2.75. It's not up to 3 inches. So I'll cut. If you're cutting for the back, remember to add your your what is it called? Your half inch for the joining. Know that the back have joining. So you also add it to the back, the band. So because I don't have enough space in my phone, this is going to have a part two. That is the sewing part. I'll just stop here, then make another video for the joining. That is the sewing part, so that everything can, so that I'll have a space to make another video. So this is it. I'm going to use this to cut the back, but I'll add half inch. So thanks for watching. If you love this video, please make sure to like and share, and I promise to post the part two very soon, very soon. I'm not going to take time. So bye.